Welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host Aurelio Martinez. It's that time, folks. It's time for Inside Boxing Throwdowns.
Come on, man.
Aurelio, there is so much come on, man, that we can get to. Folks, it's hard for us to pin it down to 2 or 3 of them, but we're going to do our best. Aurelio, I'll let you start.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what. My come on, man is real good. I mean, and it's kind of funny. Okay,
they're all funny.
You guys have been out there. You kind of been reading the news, all you boxing fans, and I happen to read just what you guys read about Oscar De La Hoya inviting Donald Trump ringside to his show because he wants to show him what the Mexican people are really all about,
and the Muslims. He said the Mexicans and the Muslims.
I mean, so Oscar, come on, man.
What is your problem?
Is that the stupidest thing I ever heard? I mean, isn't it? Is that the stupidest thing you ever heard?
Man.
I mean, it.
You know, there was a time when I thought that Oscar was, just trying to be a businessman. Now I'm concerned, man. I used to think that
that's on the borderline of being retard. Okay.
Ooh.
Now, it's a word. Okay. I know people have always told me something about don't use that word, but it's a word. It's in the dictionary. So if you can't use it, then it shouldn't be in there. Okay. So.
Let me say this.
Okay.
I think Oscar needs to check himself in next time. Not for rehab, but he needs a brain scan, man. Because this dude's doing some stuff that is absolutely unbelievable. We just said about in our previous episode. We talked about what is he thinking with Canelo and Canelo weight.
Why don't he set a whole reserve seating with dinner and everything to the Ku Klux Klan?
Well, I was thinking about
to the KKK, to the Grand Dragon. Have them right there. That way they can see.
If he's gonna bring Donald Trump in, there's a whole bunch of guys like you said, man. If he's gonna try to sway their opinions, go ahead with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the dude could be thinking, man.
I don't know what he could be thinking. I mean, that's got to be the stupidest thing I've heard in a very long time. In a very, very long time.
Come on, man. I like that one, man. Well, mine isn't. The first one I'm thinking of isn't quite that bad, but folks, I know you've been seeing, the kind of conversations been going about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and is he going to stay retired or who he's going to fight? I'm on record. I don't care what he does either way. But I think we got an inkling of what he's doing. It's been reported by TMZ that just recently, as far as, maybe 30 days ago, that Mayweather Promotions has trademarked, went ahead and put in all the paperwork to trademark the phrase TBE, the best ever, 50, and TMT, 50 for Floyd. Okay, so if that's the case, if they're getting those trademarks, he's coming back for another fight. The money team, 50, and then the best ever, 50.
Okay, so that's probably shedding some light.
Yes.
But if he's going to do that, obviously
he's going to fight a bum.
He's going to fight a bum because he can't take a chance on losing.
He has to fight a bum.
Can't take a chance on losing.
Now, you fans, this is where you fans have to really let your own expertise come in, because the last fight you let him get away with fighting Andre Berto, okay?
Yeah.
Right? We let him get away with that, okay? Because everybody was still under the impression that was going to be his last fight. We knew that wasn't going to be his last fight for one reason. This is Kobe Bryant's last season in the NBA, right? Mm-hmm. He's going to every city picking up rocking chairs, TVs, cars. This is what you do when you make your final run, okay?
Yeah.
Floyd, in that fight against Berto, there wasn't even confetti shot in there about this is his last fight. So I knew he wasn't going to fight. But here's the thing, you fans, he's not retiring. He actually now we talk about, come on, man. This dude said that he's been in conversations with CBS and with Showtime, and they've mentioned 9 figures. 9 figures is $1 billion, folks. Now, you know what? I don't know about you, but I know that I'm not going to buy the pay-per-view at all. So if he's counting on these Showtime and CBS folks are thinking that Floyd's really going to do that, all they have to do is go back and look at the Andre Berto numbers. When they see those numbers, he's fighting a bum, okay? With that, I'll have to say, is Floyd coming back? Come on, man. Give me a break. Jesus Christ. Okay, Railwheel, I'll give you a shot at another one, man. Give me a shot.
I'm telling you what, I'm good. I mean, there's just been so much going on in this game that it's kind of, it gets to a point where it's comical, man. Where it's comical. $1 billion.
$1 billion.
$1 billion to fight.
And wait a minute. And then he said, we've been in discussions. If they came to him, if that was you, and they came to you and said, we're going to give you $1 billion, what's the discussion?
There's no discussion. Who you want me to fight and when you want me to fight.
And let me say this. With the lifestyle that Floyd lives, okay, with no financial endorsements, no long-term endorsements, he's no Michael Jordan, he's no Magic Johnson, okay, he's nobody that has any type of, so that money is going fast, okay, and the way he spends it, it's going fast.
It'd be hard to spend $1 billion.
Well, no, I'm talking about, that's out.
What he has, what he has. Yeah.
That's out of the question. Forget that $1 billion. That's not going to happen. Everyone, pretty much the folks that know the numbers say that when it all said and done, that Bert, when it ended up, he got somewhere around $200 million. Okay, that he's got in his coffers there for the last couple of fights that he's had.
Oh, yeah.
So good for him. Good for him that. But come on, man. As far as like I said, you fans, if you're gonna allow him to sit up and take your money, and him bragging about numbers been thrown out $1 billion, which I still say is a joke. It'll be interesting to see.
Boxers need to understand, boxing fans and the public need to understand that a boxer usually only retains half of their purse money. The rest goes to IRS, taxes, and to expenses. But on the average, they keep half. That's usually what they end up putting in their pocket is half. So you need to keep that in consideration. If a boxer's out there getting paid $1 million, then
$500,000 is in his pocket.
$500,000 is in his pocket. Right off the bat, you got to pay 25-30% to the IRS.
Yeah.
That goes right off the top.
Right.
That's not your money. That goes. Okay?
Right.
Then you got to pay your own training expenses,
yeah.
your cornerman, your management. It's your company.
Yeah.
You got your company. You got to maintain the company. So
Yeah.
so 50% is about the average that you end up getting.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Okay. Well, I have one other thing that we talk a little bit about when we. And I don't know if this is a come on man to you, but now that Errol Spence is really the talk of the town in the welterweight division, okay?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Adrian the Mouth Broner to say something about your Errol Spence. Now, there's no question that Errol Spence is part of the money team, okay? How long do you think it's going to be before Adrian Broner talks himself into that fight?
I don't know, but he needs to stay away from that fight.
He better.
He needs to stay away from that fight.
He better. And if it ever comes out in my direction that fight was offered to him and he turns it down, well, I'm gonna ride him like Seabiscuit.
You know the fight I would like to see Errol Spence take on. I'd like just now. We got a minute or so to burn.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really like to see him fight Keith Thurman.
Really?
I really would, because Thurman has the power to make anyone respect him. He does. And when Thurman first came on the scene, he was my pick. And then he got big headed and he got cocky. So I kind of shut him out a little bit because he was mouthing off and wasn't proving anything. But still, all in all, he's got the goods to do something. And I think him and Spence would make an excellent fight. I think he's one that can sit there, and if Spence comes in, tries to wail on Thurman the way he did in his last fight, he's going to get tagged.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I disagree with that for one reason. Robert the Ghost Guerrero gave Keith Thurman everything he could handle. Okay, everything he could handle. And I don't think that Errol Spence, I think the Ghost gets stopped in 4 or 5 rounds against Errol Spence. I'm not big. As big on Thurman what?
Get stopped by Spence.
Thurman gets stopped by
you
Spence.
said Guerrero.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's...
Yeah, the same thing. But
well, I meant that because I was saying if Guerrero were...
Yeah, if they fought each other.
Yeah.
I just see it as a good fight. I really do. I don't see Thurman... Thurman's one of them fighters that you're going to have to knock him out to beat him.
Spence will knock him out.
But that's what we got. But anyhow... That's what we got. But anyhow, let's wait for next week, because we're gonna have a big show next week. We got a lot to talk about.
The result. We'll recap that.
We'll recap Canelo and see how that came out.
Man, I can't wait to see how long. Like I said, if Amir Khan's able to go the distance, it's gonna be interesting.
That's right. That's right. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. Until then, till next week, come back and see us when we talk about our other fun stuff with our come on mans and everything else we got going. We're here for your enjoyment. So, Steve, until then,
baby.
keep them hands up.
Keep them up.